I wonder why you just feel the vibe, just feel the vibe, feel the vibe. Nigga, they know what the fuck going on, nigga. Say. Gang. Click, boom. Where my mother go taking that shit? Like, bro. So my problem is that
simply snap photos of receipts, tap, and sort transactions automatically. Check organize business and personal transactions with a swipe. Take care of business with the QuickBooks mobile app, even on the go. 10 out of 10 friends say you have to go to that wing place, and that pizza shop, and that noodle spot, which you have time for 0 out of 10 nights. Fortunately, DoorDash knows all your neighborhood hotspots, so you can always get the best of what's around. We wish you the best of luck with that. Shake up your dinner routine.
I want to change. I want to change this shit, bro.
What's up, everybody? Super buddy. I'm talking to you. I'm to the day, baby. Oh, yeah. Wait up, what's up? We are trying to show ourselves. We got New Orleans Beach. Overseeing that big thing. Let me tell you one thing. They got a quarterback putting so much MVP. They got a defense specialist. What they do? Shut him up and embarrassing. Nick Sirianni, sir, I see you somewhere. The player put more respect in my head because it's all he does is win. 2 Super Bowls in 3 years? Huh? And this is what people don't want to talk about. Make sure we going back to back. That's we are. Same time. Boy, I love you.
Hey, man, what the fuck?
I'll see you at the parade in bottles like I did last night. Let's go. I think I pulled the hamster. I'll put that up. Champagne super scooter. It's been a long day, a long night, Chase. I'm sorry if I'm late. Long night. Well deserved, brother. I done built a blue last night. Hey, foul it. Now, Chase, I got to surprise. They told me we win a championship. It's gonna be a ring. You know oh my God! It's gonna be that ring number 3. Where's the cigars at? Oh, I got some. You got something? You need to celebrate.
I don't say it. I got something.
Bad.
Oh, yeah. I like
Eagle Hall of Famer, LaShawn Shades McCoy. That's me. Still Chase Gamble. Good morning, man. Malacho. My voice. I love it. That's right. You know voice. Sitting on your show. Thank you, folks, for genuinely, how are you feeling? You were a Hall of Famer for the Eagles. Nobody else had national television. So how you feel? People don't understand, man. Thank you, brother. When you an Eagle at heart, dog, you're an Eagle legend, bro. When they play, we play. Right?
I love it.
I've been texting the boys all week, like, I'm about to play. Yo, don't play third down. Yo, say, right? And I want the boys to win. That's what we did, man. It's for the city. The city is turned up right now. I know I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Yo, Wall Street, back home, you can't really recognize it. And I want to give a lot of credit to the Eagle fans. Because the Chief fans, they travel.
They show now.
Eagle fans show out. Every block, every store, there's all Eagle fans. For sure. I'm super happy. And then Jalen Hurts. Like, we always talk about, like, football is about narrative stories, right? And it's like, oh, can you want to change over this type of quarterback? Yeah. He answers that question. Saquon, how the hell do you trade, or not trade, but you don't resign Saquon Barkley? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that comes right up and delivers to the Super Bowl. I look at this, all these, Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Every year, this whispers about firing him. I'm like, why? And what's he doing? Win this game, so, oh, the last point, the three-peat. Everything's about, oh man, this is going to be a story. It's having done before. Patrick Mahomes, this and that. Three-peat, Andy Reid. Oh my God. I'm like, dang, the respect part. It works out. God don't make mistakes. So the team that beat us, oh, we can play them again. Oh, wait, the team that beat us about to go for a three-peat on us.
Ain't happening.
And then the last thing is Kendrick Lamar. Oh my God. If you got beef with somebody and you want to end it and solve it, you go to the biggest stage in the whole year, the Super Bowl. And you make him turn up his TV and put it in the bed. Kendrick Lamar, bro, that was
That's what he said.
How you think Drake's feeling? You don't sue me. Don't matter. Sue me now. Shady, you catch your breath, big dog. You catch your breath, big dog. From the micro to the macro, when I think about how monumental this Eagles win was, I think about three things in particular. Number one, you got to start talking about Jalen Hurts like a legitimate great of the generation. Think about this for a moment at home. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He has an All-Pro. The quarterbacks that have done that since 2000, Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer. Drew Brees, Hall of Famer. Tom Brady, Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer. Patrick Mahomes, Hall of Famer. You have to start talking about Jalen Hurts like beginning to meet the Hall of Fame criteria that he likely will end up in a gold jacket. That's number one. Number two, Sirianni. You got to start talking about him like Sean McVay. Super Bowl appearances, one Super Bowl win. Sean McVay. Super Bowl appearances, one Super Bowl win. Let's talk about his tree. He about to have three assistant coaches, his head coaches. By the time this show concludes, Kellen Moore will likely be announced as the next head coach of the New Orleans Saints, plus Jonathan Gannon, plus Shane Steichen. So you got to talk about Jalen Hurts like meeting the criteria to become a Hall of Famer. You got to talk about Sirianni like meeting the criteria to become a boy genius, which we talked about McVay. And then lastly, the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the best franchises in football. Only three franchises since the turn of the century to win multiple Super Bowls with different quarterback coaching combinations. The Bucs, Brad Johnson, Brady. The Ravens, Wilford, Flacco. And the Eagles, Foles, and now Jalen Hurts plus Sirianni. You have to talk about the Eagles like one of the greatest franchises. And you have to talk about Sirianni like one of the greatest coaches. And you got to talk about Hurts like one of the greatest quarterbacks. This went. Now taxes? Let's get the TurboTax app. You can file your taxes yourself, 100% free. If you didn't file with us, it was as monumental as there are in all the sports. Shout out to the Eagles file this one.
It sounds like you're being hyperbolic when you say all that stuff, but then you really just like dive deep and like actually accept it for what it is and for what you're saying. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you talk about Jalen Hurts, for all the stuff that like sometimes that we have up here, like, hey, he's not letting the ball go, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. The dude beat the best player in the world head-to-head, and it wasn't even close. He went head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes. The dude has 7 total touchdowns and 2 Super Bowl games. 7 total touchdowns in 2 Super Bowl games and not 1 interception we saw last night. So that's amazing. And then Nick Sirianni, what he's doing, and I was going to bring it up too, his tree is growing. And for all that we want to say about Nick, hey, you're a CEO-type coach. You made some decisions early in the year that we went right with. You shaved your head. You win 16 of their next 17 games. And quite honestly, the game you lost is when Jalen Hurts got knocked out of the game. So you are absolutely balling. You trusted your offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. You trusted your defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio. You didn't hold the team back. In fact, from a leadership standpoint, you propelled them forward. So you've got to give credit to all that. And then just like seeing the Eagles beat a team that all 3 of us up here on Bourbon Street on Thursday, right, or Friday, we said that if the Chiefs win, they will be the best team of all time. And they beat them down from start to finish. It wasn't even a close game. 20-22 doesn't even say the story of the game. Right. Like they got 2 last minutes. I mean, it was a butt whooping from start to finish.
Hey, thank you, Chase. You're my quarterback some love.
You gotta give credit where credit's due.
Thank you for finally doing what Sirianni credit. Appreciate that, brother. No, this was huge, man. This was huge for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was clear dominance. And I felt like the Kansas City Chiefs took this football field for the first time in a very long time, not knowing what was on the other side. I truly do. Good. I think they took the football field thinking like, man, hey, the Eagles done did this to everybody else, not us. I felt like they had that mindset. And they came out there and they realized early and often that this is not a game and it is real. The Eagles were the most dominant football team all year long. I'm not going to say best because it went up and down with a bunch of different teams. But the most dominant football team all year long was the Philadelphia Eagles in all 3 phases. And they dominated that football game yesterday in all 3 phases. The Kansas City Chiefs came out there on defense. They said, hey, man, we are going to make sure Saquon Barkley don't ruin this game. And put the ball into the quarterback's hands. And the quarterback did what we've been asking him to do all year long. Just go to your one-on-one targets and let them go make plays. A.J. Brown made plays for him. Smitty made plays for him. He made plays with his legs. Played a complete game. And then defense. I have never seen a team coached under Andy Reid and quarterback by Patrick Mahomes look like that on offense. Zero answers from the play calling. Yep. And then the quarterback. That's the worst I've seen Patrick Mahomes look ever since he's been playing in the National Football League. For 7 years, I've never seen Patrick Mahomes look like that. Was the Eagles defensive line on him? Yes, but there was plenty of times when the Eagles defensive line wasn't on him, and he was rattled, stepping up in the pocket when you don't got to step up, escaping too early when you do not got to get outside the pocket. They had no answer for the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is why I love Patrick Mahomes. Because I'm an honest person. That's what I hate. You know how great I've been. But you see me said that? That's on me. Some of the turnovers, I gotta play better. Yeah. And when I remember you had addressing, I was before you put the address, I was going to say that because a lot of quarterbacks don't do that. No? Right? A lot of quarterbacks say, you know what? That's on me. I'll play bad. I'll turn the ball over. Right? And I just love Patrick Mahomes for that because that's the type of person he really is. So he didn't have a choice, 2-5. Like, again, we'll praise Patrick Mahomes. We do 364 days of the year. But on this day, it's not the day to gloat about how great. I mean, he played so bad. The loss was, I can't say exclusively on him. I got to address Andy later. But this loss was as bad as it can look for Patrick Mahomes. When I'm thinking about it, I'm reminded of what Tom Brady actually said on The Herd. Coleman, I don't know if we have that sound, and don't go yet, because I haven't heard it. But Tom Brady on The Herd, I haven't heard even previewing the show. Tom Brady on The Herd said, quarterbacks this day and age, they don't process as fast as they do. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Brady said, I used to step to the line of scrimmage. My last Super Bowl win, this was Brady's team, against the Chiefs. My last Super Bowl win, he said, I already knew it. He said, by the time I got to the line, I knew they covered better than they knew they covered. He said, I knew where Ty Matthews was going to be. I knew where the linebackers were going to be. I knew where everybody was going to be. That's why I could get the ball out of my hand so quickly. It was exposed the lack of processing by quarterbacks, at least Patrick Mahomes yesterday, because he was seeing ghosts. Call it what it is. He was seeing ghosts, and by ghosts I mean he was seeing defenders that weren't
there. Yeah. He was seeing 12, 13 people on the football field. The Eagles were only rushing 4. They got home with 42 dropbacks. They rushed 4 every single time. Patrick Mahomes, he just started stepping in the sacks. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. I understand the Eagles pass rush, it was good. But Mahomes started seeing things that wasn't even there. We call it phantom pressure. When there's not actually pressure, but you start seeing the illusions of pressure, saying, "Oh, I'm not going to say at home." Exactly. I won't say this though. That's a But no, I remember when I was playing with the Chiefs for 19, right? He was special, right? He was younger then. Well, he would have issues sometimes stepping on the pocket or dropping back so far. He was strong hard. He get it out there. He didn't want to deal with the pressure, but he's been getting better with that. Yesterday night, he went back. He was going back to some of that old back in Mahomes. And I think when they were getting to him, they made him look regular. Right now, he's not regular, but they made him look regular. And another thing I want to talk about. We have to compare Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Well, I do. I said there's nobody close to Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. Because our success has been going, etc. Yesterday, it taught me something. Hold up, Shady. Take your time a little bit. There's a big gap between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady playing. And that showed me a lot of playing. Because, first of all,
Zaxby's dropped lemon pepper fingers, lemon pepper wings, and a lemon pepper sandwich. Zesty with fruit, black pepper, and buttery flavor. Lemon pepper fans, this one's for you. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
There's nothing like a day of pushing. The preparation, the expectation. Don't let a bad battery keep you there. The power, performance, and reliability of Superstar will keep you going time and time again. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Tom Brady is never going to be a Super Bowl game and get embarrassed like that. Tom Brady's never going to look like that. Right? And even I'll be back. So as I'm partying, I had to take the flight back, and I'm getting ready for the game and all that. I look at the when they played the Patriots. When the Patriots played the Falcons. They were getting tail whooped by 25 points, right? And in the third quarter, you see him doing what Tom does. Hey, let's go. We got to be special now. Now it's going to be great. Everybody. When I look at the Chiefs.
Oh, that sideline.
Quiet. I look at it. I was like, yo, what's going on? I played with Pat. I've been there when we were down to the first ball of Houston, Texans. When they took it over town. I was there for that. I was there for when we used to in 2019, we used to the Super Bowl against the 49ers. And he was motivated, getting right going. I didn't see that. Everybody was quiet. Wasn't playing today. I see him. He was doing terrible. And the way he was playing, you ain't giving up pick sixes. You pressure Mahomes, pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Hold up. Then we come right back. Okay, let's just see a little before the half. Right? It's a great team. The Henry always says great teams either scored before half or at the end of the game. So it's okay. They're not sure yet. You go another back. Bad. And the last part is watching the game also. The defense played great for the Eagles. Right? Defense line played great as well. But there was sometimes, you was rattled. But quarterbacks get there, you get in and out. Am I screaming or not? And that's once I seen that, I said, the whole time you thought that all the experience were the Chiefs, and then like that last night, like all the experience were the Eagles. Like you seen guys frustrating the sideline for the Chiefs, not talking, not communicating. They're like I seen a ghost. So, I don't know, man. We got to all say the week, when we talk about the greats, Mahomes is still a great audience, but there is a nice margin between him and Tom Brady right now today. I mean, when I watch the game, and we can watch Mahomes from a quarterback perspective, he won 6 sacks. A lot of those sacks were on him, right? And I would say, we'll just say later, Dan, too. He wasn't chipping the defensive ends at all. It was 5 offensive linemen, was 4 defensive linemen, and the only thing those 4 defensive linemen wanted to do was to sack Mahomes. They could care less about rushing. Through 3 series, Andy Reid had 1 rushing attempt. The Chiefs had 1 rushing attempt. What do you think the D-line's going to do? Acho, if you're the D-line or you're the linebacker, hey, just rush. Yeah. You're not running the ball. Like we're nothing. You're going to rush the quarterback. And so, unfortunately for the Chiefs, right, they had won 16, 17, 18 consecutive 1-score games in a row. But they have done it in so many different fashions. Like they were good in close games. They were the only way to beat the Chiefs and got blown out. And from the start, this looked like a blowout. In the whole year, the Chiefs sort of escaped bad offensive line play because we talked about it up here a lot. This offensive line was not great. The interior play were okay. The tackles really struggled at times. Patrick Mahomes was sacked this whole season more than he's ever been sacked in his entire career. So I think that obviously played into it. And then really mediocre skill play. Like Hollywood Brown didn't play half the year. Xavier Worthy was a rookie. Travis Kelce wasn't like he was. DeAndre Hopkins, other than the first 2 games of his season with the Chiefs, didn't really play well. So you do all that, and then you play against the most talented team in the world. Like this is one of the most talented Eagles teams I've ever seen, from like 1 to 53. And when you're doing that, and then when you look at Mahomes, like for me, it's a bad game. You gotta wear this one on the chin. Like there's no getting. It was a terrible game. There's no way around it, right? And it proves he's stupid because we talk about like greatest of all time, greatest. I actually think with Shady, it's not that far off in terms of their start through age 29. I don't want to say stats wise. See, it's not even stats wise. It's AFC. Look right here. It's AFC Championship appearances. Mahomes 7. Okay, 5 Super Bowl appearances, 3 more than Brady. 3 Super Bowl wins, 3 Super Bowl MVP. Like all this stuff, it's pretty similar. But I'm with you on the getting embarrassed in a Super Bowl. If you just went through age 29, like he's on track. Mahomes is on track. I'm not talking about trying. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like one of the greatest of all time looked. Listen. None of us is docking Patty Mahomes for that. Mahomes is at home, but we got to keep it a buck up here in the facility. Yep. He did not play good. And if this was a game of Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen, we would be killing them. There wouldn't be no stats. And that goes for the same for Patty. He did not play well last night. The Chiefs did not have answers. We praised the Kansas City Chiefs all year long. A play design. Look at what Andy Reid designed up. Look at the plays that Patrick Mahomes is making. They had no quick game. They had no run game. They had no special designs. You got 4 rushers coming at you, and the Eagles ain't been known for sacking the quarterback all year long. They just been known for playing really good defense, assignment sound, and taking the ball away, not sacking the quarterback. Those dudes was unblocked all the way down the line. All 4 of them was having a party after the quarterback. That's it. All 4 of them was there. It was you this time, Sweat. You this time, Carter. All 4 of them was getting to the quarterback wheel, and the Kansas City Chiefs all game long had no answers. And if they did have answers, Patty Mahomes was not getting the ball out of his hands. They had drop passes. I've never seen